What up, guys? Back again with another UFC Fight Picks video on the UFC Fight Night card, Pettis versus Moreno. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give you guys some quick picks here on the card. Didn't study too much on the card here, so yeah, it's gonna be some quick picks here today. So let's go ahead and get started. So we got a total of what 12. Yeah, it looks like 12 fights. Let's start with the Fight Pass prelims. So first fight of the night, we got Alvaro Herrera versus Jordan Rinaldi. So Rinaldi is the favorite here. He's like a submission wrestler type of fighter, whereas Alvaro Herrera here is primarily a striker. Good power, and obviously he does have the better striking here. But Rinaldi does have really good ass takedowns. Just to open up the pages here real quick, just so we can check this out here. Rinaldi's last fight was against who the fuck was it? Yeah, there you go, Abel Trujillo. And I remember Trujillo being a huge ass favorite and shit. And I mean, the stats, obviously Trujillo beat him on the stats there, but I remember like the fight being like, you know, kind of competitive a little bit. So Rinaldi's pretty damn tough. And as for Alvaro Herrera, this guy's pretty big. Actually, he was at welterweight his last fight, so he's actually a big lightweight, which I think is a really good advantage here for him in this fight. He got tapped out by Vicente Luque, but Luque's a beast, no shame in that. And before that, he had a first round KO against Vernon Ramos. So we know this guy got that KO power. The question is he going to be able to land on Rinaldi? And I think he will. You know, I think Alvaro here has a shot. I mean, he kind of has like a puncher's chance, but then again, like I said, he is going to be better on the feet. It's just the question if he could really keep it on the feet, you know. But you know what? I know Herrera. You know, he's over there training in Mexico and whatnot. And if you guys didn't know, you know, they got that altitude and stuff like that. So pretty much, you know, all these fighters here are gonna have, you know, cardio issues. And Alvaro actually does have kind of like some bad cardio, but I feel like he's more acclimated to it than Jordan Rinaldi. But I'm going to go ahead and pick Herrera on this one, guys. I like the value at plus 170. And as far as DraftKings, he's really damn cheap on DraftKings. And I think Rinaldi is like the third most expensive guy on DraftKings. So I don't really like that from a DraftKings perspective. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick Herrera here. I think he probably gets the early finish. So it's kind of just a big underdog pick here, and yeah, that's what I'm going with. So Herrera, I'd say probably second round knockout. All right, next fight, Joseph Morales and Roberto Sanchez. So both these guys are actually making their UFC debuts. So I don't really know either of them, to be honest, but I've heard good things about Joseph Morales here. This is the guy that, you know, Cynthia Calvillo was you know, calling out, you know, for him to be in the UFC. Seems to be pretty damn good. He's been training at Team Alpha Male for a while now. Yeah, it looks like he has some pretty good stuff here. Well-rounded. And then we got Roberto Sanchez here. This guy's primarily just a jiu-jitsu guy, pretty much. He has 6 wins by submission, 4 rear naked chokes, and an armbar. So I feel like Morales here is going to be able to keep it on the feet. And you know, if he just keeps it on the feet, he should be able to outstrike Roberto, maybe get a finish, or maybe just rack up a lot of significant strikes and win by decision. So that's kind of the reasoning I'm picking Morales. But also, you know, Calvillo did say, oh yeah, that, you know, this guy's ready. So that seems like pretty good praise, you know, from Calvillo. So I'm picking Morales, and more than likely I say he wins by decision. All right, now for the FS1 prelims, Jose Quinones versus Diego Rivas. So quick pick here on this one, guys. I'm gonna pick Quinones. This guy's a good grappler, good takedowns. Just look at his grappling stats there, and I feel like he's just gonna be able to implement his grappling game here against Diego Rivas. I think he's gonna land a lot of takedowns and just kind of just beat him up on the ground. I think Rivas does have, you know, some jiu-jitsu. I mean, he does have some submissions on his record, but I don't think it's gonna be, you know, enough for him to, you know, do anything off his back. punching power and takedowns. Also, it looks like this guy also likes taking it to the ground. He has two by submission, a rear naked choke, and a guillotine. Yeah, that's not really a guy that I would say attacks off his back. He is undefeated though, but you know, I just think Quinones here to probably take him out. This guy's on a 2-fight win streak here. Beat Joey Gomez, took him down hella times, and then he beat some other guy by first round submission. So yeah, this guy should have the better submissions. And like I said, he's gonna have the takedown and the grappling advantage here. But on the feet, I would probably give the advantage to Rivas. But either way, I'm picking Quinones, and I think he wins by decision. Next fight, Henry Briones versus Ronnie Yaya. I'm going to go ahead and pick a sleeper on this one. I'm picking Briones. I feel like Yaya will probably gas in this fight. First of all, Briones is from Mexico, so I'd say he has the cardio advantage already. And Yaya, this guy is prone to gassing, and, you know, he's a jiu-jitsu guy. This guy just wants to take it down. He's trying to get the submission. And Briones, I know his takedown defense doesn't look too good here on paper, but I feel like his striking, you know, is going to do some damage early. And I feel like Yaya is going to have problems taking him down after the second round. I think in the first round, he'll probably will get him down. But after the second round, or I mean, after the first round, second and third rounds, he's going to be too gassed. He's not going to be able to take him down. And Briones probably outstrikes him rounds 2 and 3 to win by decision. So, unless Yaya taps him on the first round, maybe he wins like that. But in a 3-round fight, I think Briones by decision, or maybe even Briones gets a finish. He is a finisher also. So, yeah, and he's only lost to some top guys. He lost to Garbrandt, and I forgot who the fuck else it was. Let me just check this shit. Briones. He also lost to Douglas Silva de Andrade, and he was doing all right in that fight also, but he got finished. But Andrade has heavy hands, so there's no shame in that. So yeah, I think Briones wins the stand-up game, and yeah, just wins by decision after Yaya gasses. So Briones by decision. Next fight, Dustin Ortiz versus Hector Sandoval. I'm gonna pick another sleeper on this one, or another underdog actually. Hector Sandoval, he is the underdog. To me, both these guys are actually pretty damn similar. Both of them wrestlers. Both of them, you know, they're not too good on the feet, I would say. Not both of them are not really that technical on the feet. So it's kind of like an even fight. So if it's kind of like an even fight, you know, why is Ortiz such a favorite? But I mean, I know Ortiz has fought way better competition and whatnot, but Sandoval is coming off a impressive, you know, first round knockout, and he's a pretty strong guy, good power. And I think he can make this fight competitive. And yeah, I think he has a good shot at winning the fight. So I'm going to pick Sandoval. It's probably going to be a pretty close fight. Both of them are going to be landing takedowns. Both of them are going to be landing strikes. But I'm going to have to pick Sandoval. And I think more than likely he wins by a close split decision. Alright, now for the featured fight on FS1. Bradley Scott versus Jack Hermanson. So as a quick pick here, guys, I'm picking Hermanson. This guy has good ass boxing, a lot of volume, and he should pretty much just outstrike Scott on the feet. Scott actually didn't look that bad in his last fight. He was supposed to lose that fight, and he actually came through with that win. But I think Hermanson here is gonna be the guy, you know, to get that win here in this fight. So I just think Hermanson's boxing is gonna be too much, and yeah, he's just gonna be too much on the feet. And I don't think Scott's going to be able to take him down. So where is Scott going to be able to win this fight? Yeah, I don't really see it. And I see it. Also, the odds dictate. Obviously, Hermanson's going to get the win here. And yeah, fully agree there. So Hermanson probably wins this shit. Probably maybe by like a late finish. So I'd say Hermanson third round knockout. Alright, guys. Now we're on to the main card. Alejandro Perez versus Andre Sukumtoth. So on this fight, I really like Andre striking, and yeah, that's actually the guy I'm going to be picking. I think Perez is well-rounded. You know, he likes to mix it up. He could strike, he could wrestle. But on the feet, I would say Andre's better on the feet. And as far as, you know, the grappling, obviously Perez does have the advantage there, but I just don't think he's going to be able to really, you know, manhandle or take down Andre. I feel like Andre's going to be able to use those, you know, those long-range striking techniques to keep Perez on the outside. He's going to be able to outstrike him. and overall just beat him up on the feet. So I'm picking Andre here. Like I said, he's going to be the way better striker in this matchup. Unless Perez is able to take him down, hold him down for like 2 rounds, which I doubt he's going to be able to do that for 2 rounds. Unless he could do that, then I don't really see him winning against Andre. So, I'm picking Andre on this one. The thing that sucks about Andre is he doesn't throw a lot of volume as I would like. So maybe Perez could steal the fight like that. But, Andre is the... well, fuck. Yeah, he is a very very even fight, as you can see there. But yeah, he is a slight, I would say just a slight underdog, barely. It's pretty much an even fight. But yeah, I think Andre, being the better striker, comes out with the win. So Andre by decision. Next fight, Sam Alvey versus Rashad Evans. Yeah, I'm kind of off Rashad Evans, man. I mean, come on now. I picked him on his last fight against Dan Kelly, and this motherfucker actually loses. Like, come on, man. How the fuck does that happen, right? But yeah, I'm going to pick Alvey on this one. I just don't trust Evans. I think this guy's kind of like, well, obviously he's way past his prime, and I think just kind of done already. I think it's going to be a second fight here in the middleweight division. If he actually comes out and starches Alvey, that would be extremely impressive. But to me, it seems like he doesn't really got it no more. And I feel like Alvey, another thing I don't like, about Alvey actually is... his volume also sucks. He doesn't throw a lot of punches. He kind of likes to counter you, but he has big power in his shots. And he has excellent takedown defense. And I think him just having that takedown defense, and actually he even throws more volume than Rashad Evans. So him just having that slight advantage there is enough to for me to be able to pick Alvey in this matchup. So I'm picking Alvey here. I don't know, man. I don't know if Rashad's gonna be able to catch him. Maybe he can. I would say more than likely Alvey will probably be able to catch Evans because he has way more power. But yeah, more than likely, guys, this fight's going to decision. Just going to be kind of like one of those kind of like boring type of fights. Not too much going on. Not a lot of volume. But I expect Alvey to come out on top, though, in this matchup. So, Alvey by decision. Alright, the next fight, we got Martin Bravo versus Humberto Bandone. So I don't know too much about Humberto, guys, but Bravo is undefeated. He looks to be pretty fucking huge for the weight class. Good power, good submission skills, ton of volume, good takedown defense there, as you guys can see in the stats. And I pretty much expect him to just kind of smash Bandone. And Bravo is actually the biggest. Yeah, he's the biggest favorite on the card at -285. And yeah, I really like him. So as far as DraftKings, also I really like him on DraftKings. I mean, just that volume with his striking and finishing style makes me want to pick him. So yeah, I like Bravo in this matchup. Don't know too much about Humberto. This guy could be a straight killer, but I'm picking Bravo. And I think Bravo probably comes out with a second round KO. All right, next fight, we got Alan Jouban versus Niko Price. Yeah, so this fight I was like, back and forth about it, and I'm not gonna go all in on one person, guys, as far as like a DraftKings perspective. But as far as my official pick here, I'm gonna pick Alan Jouban. I feel he is the better striker here in the matchup. Way more technical, throws more volume. To me, he's just pretty much the better fighter here. But the thing is, Jouban, this guy gets stunned, he gets hurt, he's a little chinny, and Niko Price here got big power. So I mean, it's kind of like a puncher's chance as far as the ground game goes. Both of these guys seem to be pretty decent on the ground, as far as like both of them got like good jiu-jitsu skills. Price has more of a submission, finishing percentage there, but I don't really see this fight really being taken to the ground. I think it's going to stay on the feet, and on the feet I think Jouban's going to be more technical. Jouban was actually on a nice win streak till he got beat up by Gunnar Nelson, and he wasn't doing that bad. He was doing all right, and then he just got caught with a punch, and then he gets hurt, and then obviously Nelson was able to take him out. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Nelson was able to take him out, and it seems like really Jouban only really loses to those high level type of guys. Price is on his way up. He's 10-0, undefeated, good finisher. And he's pretty much in. He's in this fight. Like I said, big power in his shots, but I just feel like Jouban's gonna be more technical, and if Jouban, just avoids getting hurt, he should come out here with a win. He might even get a finish himself. We've seen Price actually get rocked by Moreno twice in that fight. I think he got knocked down twice or knocked down once. Either way, he was hurt like twice in that first round against Moreno. And Moreno's not as technical or as sharp as Jouban, and also Jouban has more power. So, I mean, it's just the question is, can Jouban's chin, take one of those shots? That's just pretty much the question here. But yeah, I'm picking Jouban here as my official pick. But as far as DraftKings, Niko's well priced on DraftKings also. So I'm picking Jouban, and more than likely he wins by decision. Alright guys, now for the co-main event, Randa Markos versus Alexa Grasso. So I'm picking Grasso on this one. First of all, I mean, she's going to be way better on the feet. Take on the fence isn't that bad. And I feel Markos can only win this fight if she gets a takedown. So I feel like, Markos will probably gas in the fight after the first round. Very similar to the Yaya fight. I feel like Markos will come out strong in that first round. Maybe win the first round. Maybe if she gets a takedown or something like that. But after that, she's going to get tired. And Grasso's going to be beating up that face. Grasso's going to be way more aggressive in this fight. In her last fight she lost against Herrick, she was aggressive finally, and in the third round, that's when she started getting comfortable. And this time she's going to start comfortable. So I know Grasso also missed weight by like 3 pounds. She weighed at 119, so maybe that's kind of a little bit of an issue, but at the same time I don't really think so. I would think that only really benefits her since she didn't have to cut as much weight. Supposedly she was on her period or something like that. That's why she wasn't, they like advise her like, oh, don't be cutting no more weight or some shit like that. But yeah, I feel like Grasso, I think her all day, she'll win this fight standing on the feet. She is a slight favorite there, but like I said, I don't think Markos can win the fight on the feet. She's tough, but she's gonna take a beating on the feet, and if she can't get if she can't rack up those takedowns and win by points, then I don't see her winning. So Grasso by decision. Alright guys, now for the main event, Sergio Pettis versus Brandon Moreno. Alright, so quick pick guys. I'm picking Brandon Moreno on this matchup. First of all, this guy got a lot of hype, so I mean, maybe Pettis can maybe pull off an upset here. Pettis is good, well-rounded, good on the feet. Actually, not bad wrestling also. Both these guys, are well-matched. It's going to be a good fight. Moreno obviously way better on the ground, more of a submission specialist, but also has good striking, or actually more like wild striking, with some good power in his shots also. And his takedowns also aren't that bad either. Pettis, I would say, is the more kind of like the more solid fighter, but I think Moreno here is the way better finisher in the fight. So yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a fun fight. Pettis' weakness has been kind of his chin, and we haven't seen too much issues in this division so far. But I think Moreno here is gonna be able to test that chin. He's the bigger guy, throws power shots, can get takedowns on you. He's relentless. He's aggressive. And yeah, he just comes at you. So I really like Moreno's style. Fun to watch. Like I said, dangerous on the ground. So yeah, I'm picking Moreno in this matchup. But I mean, I'm not gonna be too shocked if Pettis pulls off a win here by decision. But I feel like even the cardio advantage goes to Moreno. So if this does go past the 3 rounds, in the championship rounds, and the rounds 4 and 5. I feel like that benefits Moreno even more. So I like Moreno in this matchup. Maybe he gets an early finish by submission, or he just wins by decision, guys. But I'm going to say Moreno by decision. Alright, guys. So that's it for the picks here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just wanted to, release this video for you guys that watch, my videos. Well, especially my UFC videos. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for the UFC picks. Let me know what you guys think about the picks. Let me know what you guys agree with, disagree with. Subscribe to my channel if you're new to the channel. First time watching this video or whatever. I do these UFC fight pick videos pretty much every time there's a UFC card. And yeah, not much else to say. Also, check out the links below in the description, you know, to support my channel. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. So enjoy the fights, because there's not gonna be a UFC event as far as like a UFC card till like, I think it was September 3rd or something like that. Either way, it's like in a month. It's like in a month. So yeah, there's not gonna be no UFC for a month after this card. So you know, take advantage of this shit, especially if you you gamble and shit like that. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the fights, and catch you guys on the next video.